Hello, everyone. I'm Rosemary, and we're going to just take a few minutes to talk to Tricia about her story. Tricia, hello. How are you today?
Hi,
Hi.
Rosemary.
Well, I just have to say that we've known each other for years and years, but we really haven't crossed paths until recently, a couple years ago, year and a half ago, maybe, when a mutual friend reintroduced us. Can you tell us a little bit about why we started talking to each other again?
I had gone to the ER and she said that there were some products that she wanted me to try. So she recommended me to talk to you.
Okay. Well, being in the ER, that can be very scary, right?
Yes,
Now, why do you have a caregiver?
it's for my physical needs and for getting around in the community to do things independently.
Okay, so there's a reason why you need some help with doing things independently. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Was born with lack of oxygen and it makes things hard to do independently, and I did some physical therapy with my parents to make it easier. However, it's still something that I have to have assistance with at times, and I've improved through the products.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you needed help doing. And how old were you when you noticed these things that you needed help doing?
Well, my mom and dad were helping me my entire life with it. It's just that when my mom was looking for additional help, I had to apply for support, and then that takes time to find people that are willing to support you, and I have to interview them.
Mm-hmm. And did you need help with getting around? You said you talked about independence, but what kinds of things did you need help with?
Like showering and just being able to go someplace in a car with somebody else, because I cannot drive my own vehicle.
And so I remember you saying things about noises, feeling startled. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So when I was born with the brain damage, it caused a situation where the baby startle reflex became bigger as I got older. And so then when like a siren goes by or something like that, suddenly that I don't have any control over, I would jump like that and people would think it's something else.
So you were really quite sensitive. You're saying
right.
Baby startle reflex was even bigger.
Right.
Okay, all right. And what about being able to walk or get around? Can you tell us about that?
That was part of the physical therapy that my mom had put me through, is because she was concerned that I would end up in a wheelchair my entire life. So I did therapy from 2 to 12 consistently every day. She pulled me out of school. Then I just wasn't able to keep up with the therapy because my muscles were growing faster than she could keep up. And so I had to have surgeries.
And so do you go for walks?
I do, with assistance. Like, I want someone to be there because the ground outside is, bumpy. It's not a flat surface, but as I've used the products, I've been able to do more on my own, even out there.
We're talking about Rick's products.
Yes.
Zeolite, yes. That was the main one that you started with about a year and a half ago, right?
I'm at 89 weeks.
89 weeks. You're keeping track week by week.
Wonderful.
Yes. And how wonderful that is. So you started this. What was the first thing you noticed when you started taking Rick's zeolite?
It was exactly the next day after I went to bed, and the position of my arm was in a down position instead of up by the boob.
And we've got an example, there we go, of a before picture and a recent picture, both of them on birthdays. How ironic. When do we get our picture taken, right? So the picture that shows on the left, Tricia, I think you're talking about the position of your arm, that your right arm as it's being held up near your chest.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, how long ago was that picture taken?
That's actually 2018.
So that makes it kind of difficult to do things. And this picture here on the right, boy, you look like a different person to me. I wonder if everybody sees that. Your face is relaxed. I don't see your arm up by your chest anymore.
Yeah.
And your weight too? Do you feel like you've lost a little bit of weight?
I've lost over 15 pounds.
Were you?
No, it just happened with the zeolite.
Interesting. It's something you noticed over the course of time.
Right.
Using zeolite. Okay, so how is your life different now? What are you experiencing different now than what you were experiencing back in this 2018 picture?
I can dress and undress myself independently, and I can do a whole lot of more independent projects and just get around and not really feel like I have to have an assistant there if I don't want one. The spasms and the startle reflex are very much more under control, even from things that usually would startle me. And I can do a lot more things just feeling like I can go without worrying about it.
That's wonderful. And what about that startle reflex that you were talking about?
Oh, it's hardly there. You have to be on top of me with a loud in the same room, or I mean, it used to be further apart. Like they had, I had to literally be on top of something now. So.
Amazing. And what about showering and dressing and some of the other things you used to need help with? Do you still need that kind of help?
I still need help in the shower a little bit, but everything has gone to half assistance or not assistance at all.
Wow, half or not? Okay.
Yeah.
And you used to have some digestive problems, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's even improved.
So it seems to me like you're noticing differences in all aspects of your life.
Yes, even I can open things in containers that I never could do.
You mean with your hands, like opening a jar?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so perhaps a little bit stronger, more coordinated in your hand? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And we had another picture up that went away. Let's see if we can bring that one back. Oops. There we go. All right. So Tricia, tell us a little bit about what's happening here.
This is a picture frame that I had purchased, and then I was going to paint it in the green, and then I'm going to put those leaves around the outside edge and then put flowers on top.
Mm-hmm. So this is an art project that you're working on.
Yes.
Well, obviously you love art. Were you able to do art projects like this as much a few years ago?
I never thought about designing my own frame, but I did some art projects, but not like this.
Not like this. Okay. You just look so happy and relaxed there. And I can't help but notice that there are 2 bottles on your desk right near where you're working. Yeah, right there. So maybe that's part of your secret to good health. Any last words you'd like to share with us, Tricia? You would like to share about your life and maybe your future? Where are you headed?
I feel like I can look for new dreams and just continue to focus on where I want to go and help my parents, and hopefully they'll see where I'm headed a little bit more.
Well, that's not the only thing, Tricia. I understand you have your own business as well.
Yes, I
do. Well, and would you like to say a word about what you do for your business?
I help families with single moms and people that are just unable to accomplish everything that they would like to, and I help their children have a way to school or other activities after school that they can have another mother to support them.
Well, that's amazing, Tricia. You are a role model for everybody who is looking for hope. Our message together reaches everybody who needs to hear this. Thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your story.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right.